Okay, this video is called What is the Holy Grail of Health? And if you know my videos, you know the answer already. It's obvious, a low fat, and it's actually really low fat. Whole food, 100% vegan diet, low sodium, no sulfas, salt, oil, sugar, fructose, artificial sweeteners, flour, any of that stuff. No, I'll avoid all the processed food. The only processed food I would eat is something like oatmeal or quinoa, just minimally processed with water. And what does it come down to? I mean, if you eat meat, oils, and processed foods, bad things will happen to your health. If you eat the whole food, plant-based diet with no sulfas, good things will happen to you. And so the Holy Grail of health is just eating the way humans are designed to eat. And then, of course, with the usual stuff, get your sunshine, your sleep, and all that, stress management, religion, and all those things help. So this painting is King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table with a vision of the Holy Grail. Okay, we got some more slides here. It's a little bit of fun stuff here. So, you know, a lot of people can get away with a lousy diet and other bad habits, staying out late, drinking or whatever while they're young. But, man, it'll catch up with you very quickly once you get into your 30s and even more so as you get older. So, basically, the typical American, when it comes to health, they're basically a chump. You know, they're fat, sick, and you know, they're cognitively slow by the time they're in their 50s. So this is your escape. The trouble is coming. Here's how you avoid it. The Knight of the Vegan Roundtable will help you escape from that fate. All right, so here's just the slide. You've seen this table before. The bottom line is you eat the standard American diet, you're screwed by the time you're in your 50s. If you eat, you know, the Asian diet, they do better because they got the rice and vegetables, but they still didn't do so great because they're smoking a lot of cigarettes and really high sodium. The Indian diet is good in a lot of ways, a lot of plant foods, but the problem with it is too much fried food. So there's no fried food and low fat, and it really should be really low fat, like less than 10% whole food vegan diet. Just to show you, I went through this myself in my early 30s. I tried to do 2 fellowships simultaneously. I wrote a textbook that year of imaging-guided surgery. Had a baby with the wife. So I got real fat. I ballooned up to 220 pounds. And I tried to lose it, just exercise more and eat less. That does not work because the body has a set point, and it's always going to go back to the set point. You can't do it long-term on willpower. And so my family was making fun of me, and I realized I have to devote my life to understanding nutrition and this aspect of health, or I'm going to be screwed. I'll be a fat, diabetic, cognitively impaired, impotent. And my wife thought it was funny. She's like, oh, so what if you become impotent? Then my life will be easier. So I did not want to let that happen. So what do you got to do? Just, make a decision yourself. Make an oath that you are going to be healthy and you are going to study nutrition until you figure this out. It's not rocket science. Eat plants, satisfy your hunger with starches. But there is a knight dedicating himself. Okay, and then the knight. Who is the knight that is worthy? Not just any knight can learn the Holy Grail diet. In the story in the legend of King Arthur, basically, for example, Lancelot was the greatest knight, but he was not morally worthy of finding the Holy Grail because he'd been fooling around with Guinevere. So only Galahad was considered worthy to find the Holy Grail, and here he is putting on his uniform, girding his loins, with a little help there, and a funny suggestive painting, if you will. I love the picture of the Celtic cross, because I'm half Irish. Anyways, what's next? Here we go. Galahad then goes on his quest to learn about the Holy Grail and to find it, and he gets a vision of the angels with the Holy Grail. So do your studying. You don't have to do too much. Watch some videos, read some books maybe if you want. You'll figure it out. Okay, and then once you've learned it, go forth and teach others, and everybody's better off. So there it is. The Holy Grail of health is the low-fat vegan diet, as we talked about before.